And now we're starting to see that break down. We're starting to see the correlation between stocks and bonds flip, where people are now starting to be concerned about, okay, well, how much money do all these large governments have to print in order to make good on these promises they made to the people that they control? And it doesn't make any sense. It's unsustainable at 360% debt to global GDP. You're at over 100%. The debt's growing faster than you can service it, unless we find some new energy miracle. It's mathematically going to fail. And the investing class is starting to realize that right now, because you've seen, a 30-year US Treasury bond is down 50% in price terms from August of 2020 until today. That's absolutely a bloodbath. And so as people start to contextualize that and realize that this 60-40 portfolio, risk parity, or all these things that they believed about the volatility reducing and return enhancing aspects of government bonds doesn't work anymore in a new global environment that is inflationary and not US led, then all this capital needs to find a new home. Obviously some people are going to choose gold, but there's a lot of people who are younger who are like, well, I don't believe in gold, but I believe in my smartphone and what I can do on the computer. This makes more sense to me. Use the ETF. If you want to actually have financial freedom and a store of value that maintains its purchasing power and energy, it comes with its own financial system that is outside of TradFi, then you must buy Bitcoin, withdraw it from the exchange, and self-custody it in your own wallet. There are the only two choices, but you have to think about what you're trying to do.
Huh. Okay, interesting. I'm assuming that you personally, though, you don't custody your own. You probably, or maybe you don't want to talk about your setup.
I don't talk about my setup.
I should have guessed. And then another question. So there's likely to be a whole plethora of issuers to choose from. There's going to be BlackRock, Arc, Grayscale, Bitwise, Galaxy. I mean, there's so many. So for people who are looking to buy a spot Bitcoin ETF, like how would you think about how they should choose?
Total expense ratio. Go on the website. They're gonna tell you, okay, here's how much I'm charging you. They're all going to use the same exchanges and brokers and custodians. They all have the same systemic risks. It's literally like who has the cheapest one, like, at the end of the day. That's it.
Wow. Okay. Maybe it's predictable. So maybe it was not the best question. But how much do you expect to flow into Bitcoin ETFs in the first year?
I have no idea, but what I do expect is that if this happens, and I'm still on the fence of whether or not, I don't know, some people are saying it's early January, whatever it is. It's a complete clusterfuck of, Barry Silbert lending money, borrowing money between himself, lawyers doing lawyer things. It's, super complicated. And then obviously the Winklevoss twins are owed something like, I don't know, $900 million from the EARN program, where they gave money to Genesis, and Genesis gave it to Sue and Kyle at 3 euros and blew it all. So I don't know. I have no idea what's going to happen. Obviously, the crown jewel is the Grayscale trust, because it mints like, I don't know, $300 million of fees every year because of the massive management fees that he's able to charge, he being Barry Silbert. So I don't know. Courts are going to do court things. Lawyers are going to do lawyer things, going to pay a lot of money in fees, and something will happen, but who cares? Doesn't matter.
Oh, wow. Okay. But what do you think? So you don't think that there will be any particular impact on either crypto, or do you think that there's like a particular best outcome here?
I don't know enough about the details of I like these sort of things. That's a great thing about crypto. It's so trend momentum focused that if you just buy into that vertical chart, you can make some money.
So one question, because I believe that there was a point in time when you were not a believer in Ethereum, like very early on. Or not even that early, but yeah, I think there was an essay like 2018 or so where you called it a shitcoin. And then now you are definitely a true believer. So do you see...
It's still a shitcoin. It's not Bitcoin. Everything that's not Bitcoin.
Really? Oh, okay.
I love shitcoins though. I say it with love. I make a lot of money trading shitcoins. I'm not going to sit here and say that I don't trade shitcoins. I love shitcoins. I'm a shitcoin trader.
Okay, so you put it in the class of shitcoins, but you're a believer in it, and I think you said you're with Maxi.
Yeah, in terms of decentralized compute power, I don't think Ethereum is money, so I know that wrinkles some in the ETH community. I believe that Bitcoin is the only real crypto money. Ethereum is the decentralized computer, and it's a commodity that runs this decentralized computer, and they're two distinct different things. I believe that in 2016, the Ethereum community proved that they care about the computer more than they care about money. When after the DAO hack, they rolled back the blockchain to give people back their ETH because they cared more about the computer gaining traction and use case versus ETH being money. Fundamental perspective is just energy. The dollar is not energy. It's a government construct, and they pledge to allow you to buy energy in that currency. Gold is not energy. It's, a collection of atoms that the universe has decided that this means gold. Bitcoin literally is just energy. You spend electricity to solve a cryptographic proof, and therefore there is Bitcoin. And so from a fundamental perspective, Bitcoin is the purest form of monetary energy. And if I'm an AI, that's what I want. The second thing is, as an AI, I don't speak lawyer. I don't hire like lawyers to go and interface with the, human system. I speak computer code. Bitcoin is computer code. So I can speak in a native language, the currency that I choose, and it is inherently electricity. Therefore, it's the best choice. If I'm thinking of what I need to do as an economic unit, as an AI to survive and to buy and sell services purely in an electronic and internet-enabled compute-forward fashion, and ways to decentralize the actual action of staking and earning these yields, that's going to be super interesting. And then, as we get this bull market going in, late 24 or coming into early 25, once we've, surpassed all-time high and probably market cap of crypto, then it's time for the dog shit season where you just throw darts at the wall, make money, but make sure you understand that this is going to be a massive bubble and you need to get out at some point. So that's sort of how I look at the world. And yeah, I'm really enjoying basically working with a few individuals and trading.
And so do you think that in a few years we're going to have one of those bubbles and then a long bear market again, or?
Absolutely.
Oh, okay. So you're not, are you a believer in the super cycle notion where at a certain point we won't have that?
Well, we are in a super cycle, right? Bitcoin is moving higher lows, right? After each crisis. That is a super cycle. It's not like we're breaking this in, FTX. But we'll see. Are we going to break through 70,000 again? I think we will by the end of 2024. But at the end of the day, that is what we are trying to do. And so, yes, of course, there's cycles, but the cycle is on and up and to the right sort of situation. We are not in the secular decline as of yet. There will be some point, I imagine, in the future where, depending on how you feel, then you'll change your mind or you won't change your mind. But it's these thoughts that come through your head without sort of an active engagement that sort of will give you ideas about certain things. So I like the practice. It's very good. You put down your phone, you're able to like switch off for an hour, move your body, and